Yeah, but. No, but. What? Stop talking to yourself. I better not. Yes, I've pressed the right buttons this time. Oh dear. I hope everybody is fine and had a lovely day and put the cross in the right box. I hope so. Well, it's only an hour's. I'm doing an hour, you see, because I've been live quite a bit recently. Yeah, I feel take up all the airwaves. Maybe, anyway. Poland Day. So May the 4th be with you. And get rid of these flipping Tories. Local control and all that. Well, I thought I'd show you a little website there is. Yeah, we do tactical voting and all that. But not just that. I want to tell you where the Bibby Stockholm is as well. Which happens to be that flotel. Like a floater. It's like a police coffee. But that's what it is. This, it's a prison ship. For asylum seekers. Well, actually, they call them illegals these days, apparently. But, you know how it is. You're guilty until proven innocent, and then you don't get a chance to be proven innocent either. Because as far as they're concerned, you're guilty. Well, that ship is on its way here. And I know exactly where it is. Yeah. Even though the AIS is being turned off on this floating barge thing. Yeah, they reckon it's luxury. Yeah, right. Maybe it was when it had half the amount of people on it. But since Sue Ellen Braven showed an interest, said, well, that's all very well, but we want it to hold 500 people, not 222. So they did. And we'll get into that in a minute. But not only that, what about King Charles? Well, his coronation. We did a little bit about that the other day, his coronation, and the Stone of Rock. Or was it the Rock of Stone? Or was it the Scone of Rock? Or was it the Stone of Scone? Stone of Destiny? Something like that. Well, I ain't going to save him, no. Because the Commonwealth is disbanding. It's not like the Reform Party. They got the band back together, apparently. According to Richard Lice. Yeah. Oh, dear. I wonder how well they're going to do in the local elections. Now, that will be interesting to see. Also rather worrying as well. Because if you're not going to vote Tory and you think they're the answer to your Brexit, because I just want my Brexit, well then we're all doomed. That we are. Maybe all those who put that cross in the wrong box back in 2019 will do it again. But for Reform. UK. Richard Lice and that Alex woman. Oh my God. She's so terrible. And Anne Widdecombe. Oh, actually, they're down there, aren't they? Anne Widdecombe. Oh, ain't she lovely? No, she's not. Well, I thought I'd have a look at something. And this something was something. It's a website. It's called StopTheTories.vote. Yeah, no, it's vote against the Tories tactically. Not necessarily with the heart, but with your brain. Maybe. Anyway, before I carry on, I'm just going to double check I am not talking to myself. Okay? Oh, it's bald. He felt a bit vulnerable then. He did. My dear daughter, she crocheted that for me. That's supposed to be me. Sorry. Okay, let's put trousers back up. Because that was a bit wrong. Oh, anyway, let's put them down. That's a better idea. Anyway, let's see who we got here. And let's just make sure that I'm not talking to myself. Well, that's supposed to be me. Yeah. Well, that looks okay. Other than, I just need to turn that audio off. There you go. Oh, dear me. It's voting day. But this is an opportunity. Is it voting that close at, what? 10 o'clock your time? 11 my time? And their votes will get counted. All but tender hooks. What's happening? It's a message for the Tories, that it is. So, I'm not going to ask you whether I'm live or not, because I know what the response I'm going to get. Everyone's going to tell me I'm not live. And I'm talking to myself again. But I know I'm live because I can see that I'm live. I just heard myself. Okay? Well, there you go. Told you. I did. So anyway, let's see what we've got here anyway, before I carry on. Oh, it's going to be quite interesting. I think it's going to be quite an interesting show, especially I know where that ship is. I found it. Even though the AIS is turned off. Well, Floorskins! What? Just docking? What? Oh, really? You're a bit of a voyeur, eh? Okay. So, I love a live show with a good buffet, he says. Oh, that kind of... Okay, I got a sausage. Well, there you go. So, is this safe to watch? What are they going to vote next? Who knows? I was just wondering if the reform part might have anything to do with it. Free soup, says Florskins, baby. Good to Soup Kitchen. That's where we're heading. Well, and then Mad Monk 33. Sorry about yesterday. I've been live a bit recently, haven't I? You know, better than being, yeah. No, not do any of that. Hey, P. Dallas, I've got 2 spanners. Hello, spanners. I hope you well. They stole my knot. Scroll down. Because obviously, Giovanni, Ali, feed the poor. That's what we should be doing. But no, feed the rich instead. And let them pocket all the cash. And put it in the Cayman Islands. Speak to Richie Sunak instead. That's what you should do. He knows because where all his money is. That and his, missus. Who keeps stealing the taxpayers' money. As far as I'm concerned, I'd call that theft. Well, it's actually legal. But there again, is it? It wasn't in the register. No. Broke parliamentary rules. Well, anyway, I'll go off on one there. So, anyway, Joa says, hello, Joa. Today I felt like a dystopia. In the morning, outside, it looked like I was walking into Seasons in the Abyss by Slayer. Why am I running? In the early... What? Are you running? Don't do that. That sounds dangerous. And good evening, by the way, he says. Scroll down. Oh, someone's highlighted me. Hello, Wim. I hope you're well. And so Larry the Cat and Lefty Booter. Okay. No worries. I know, my friend. Well, good evening, everybody, says Wim, with a special greeting to Allshorts. And I'm actually live this time. I'm not talking to myself. Oh my God, for 24 flipping minutes. I was talking to myself. How on earth did I manage that? I've lost my marbles. If I had any in the first place, that is. Well. Oh, Lefty Boy was getting a little bit concerned. He says, can you call him? Just in case. Make sure. I don't know if I made that mistake again. That's just so stupid. 24 minutes I was talking to myself. That's sort of madman, isn't it, eh? Well. Oh, Ben Riddings, hello there. Evening, Madbunk 33. He says, even to you too. And Madbunk 33. And P. Dulles. They're the mods, and if you don't behave yourself, they'll be after you now. Yeah. Don't forget, while you're here, beep the old like button. The button didn't work. Yes, it does. There you go. And Vincent Brenner, hello. The tension's too much. Or is he talking to himself again? Maybe. Well, here's a free Buffy. What? No, I wasn't. I've eaten. No, we had pizza. Homemade pizza. Yeah, none of that frozen stuff. We made it ourselves. Well, Mrs. actually, she made it, and I put topping on. So there you go. Yeah. Scroll down. He says, good evening to all who joined by now, and I'm confident that he won't make the same mistake twice in a row. No, I'm not going to do that. That was so embarrassing. And there's me, I was looking through the chat. I was trying to answer things in the chat that made no sense. What? It was a bit disjointed, it was. Yeah, because everyone was kind of... you lot was assuming that... I wasn't there. Probably just got my card up and that's it, saying, waiting. And then he waited some more. I'm surprised you were still there. I still managed to get like the 60-odd people watching. That was nuts. I thought you all run away and gone home. Well. Hello, Duke Vengeance. I hope you're well and hope you're happy. Not too angry, I hope. I wish I'd been able to put, but food poisoning laid me. Oh my god, yeah, no, don't do food poisoning. That sounds bad. Beyond, I think we're all getting food poisoning these days. Hello, number 3. Good evening to you too. And I got your message on Twitter. I will respond in due course. But I'm up for that. Get them out for now. Get PR, proportional representation. Yes, please. That's the way forwards. Proportional representation and UBI. We're heading that way with artful, well, that as well, artificial intelligence. We'll all have to be paid by UBI. There'll be no jobs. Well, not as many. It'll be different jobs, mind. Well, not everybody will be capable of those jobs. They're jobs for people with different kind of brain set. Different wiring. Plenty of floater offal. What? Plenty of floater offal. I'll let you know about what? What's that? May the force be with you all. That's what I just said as well. Jam and Greenscones, Daily Blase, hello there, good evening all, and hope everyone is well, and didn't forget their ID cards today. Did you get turned away? Because many people have actually been turned away. And they had somebody at the door as well, before you even get in the building, to turn you away. If it didn't have your ID cards. Yeah, they're asking at the door. And some people were turned away. I haven't heard of any scuffles yet, though. No, not yet. Still time. But this is voter, suppression, isn't it? Didn't really give people enough time. It should have been, okay, we're doing voter ID, but it's for the next election. Maybe the general election or something like that. Not with a few weeks before the actual locals. Because they know full well that lots of people, especially youngsters, don't necessarily have ID. No. Well, how do you get your ID? Well, if you've got your ID, it'd be because you've got your driving licence. Not every youngster has a driving licence. No, they can't afford to do it. And then they had the pandemic, so that was very difficult to get anyway because there wasn't no appointments for tests and what have you. No. And then you got your passport. If you can't afford to go anywhere, well, you're not going to have one necessarily. I'm saying cost. And besides, if you applied for one, you might be waiting that forever. Since all striking. Oh, dear. And besides, if you got your passport, make sure you've got at least 3 months left on it from your return date. Otherwise, you're going to get stuck anyway. You won't enter the EU. No. Won't be allowed. So, hello, Joe. No, I'm thinking no, Thomas. I'm Irish. I can't do an Irish accent. Just you might, yeah. No. Yeah, no worries, number 3. No worries, my friend. Human careers and contacts will be at a premium once the machines take over. Ironic. That's a valid point, actually. Yeah, there won't be many jobs. No. Not for us mere mortals. Unless you're a techie, maybe. Or some of the polished machines. Maybe. Now, there was interesting, I don't know if anyone saw it, but on one day this week, I can't remember what day it was, I think it might have been Wednesday morning. It was on James O'Brien's show. They're talking about AI and what have you, and development of it. It's quite frightening, really, how fast it's progressing. And obviously, there's different levels of AI. Obviously, you've got the ChatGPT 3.5, and then the latest one is ChatGPT 4, which I think you've got to pay for that one. That's subscription based. But it's been incorporated into everything. Now, I've been using it myself, and because what I find is if you got like blog writing and stuff like that, if you've got an idea and what have you, see what ChatGPT comes up with, and then you can just rewrite it and alter it back to in your own style and tone, and it's really handy because sometimes it thinks of things that you never would have thought of. So you get a double whammy, don't you? You stick your stuff in and ChatGPT's. It's a bit of the AI hybrid. That's what it is. So yeah, and for the Scots. Scots are drinking buddies. Hola, Vertigo. Hello there, my friend. And Thomas Smith just was interested, says Thomas Smith. Hello, David. David. What's it? You gummy bear? What's all that about? Oh, dear. I'm English. They moved to France. That doesn't stop him from still being interested. Okay, what's somebody saying? Thomas Smith, what's Thomas Smith saying? Why do you live in France and why do you cover UK politics? Well, I live in France. It's a long story, really, but I live in France because it's something we wanted to do. And we wanted to do the old eco-greeny thing. And, we couldn't do that in the UK because there's no way we'd be able to buy the land or suitable property. No. This place I'm living in here, we've got plenty of land and it's a good-sized house. I had to renovate the whole thing. It was a wreck, a complete and utter wreck. A big old hole in the roof, made a cow in the kitchen. So, needless to say, it had a lot of work to do, including cleaning up cow pats in the kitchen. Well, they call it cuisine, but, And the only reason I cover UK politics, I started this channel making shorts videos, when shorts became a thing on YouTube. So I started making these little short vertical videos, so pretty much anything. And then I did one video about James O'Brien. I said, James O'Brien's a snake. And I was being a little bit naughty. Yeah, and James O'Brien's a snake in that one. And if you watched the video, I wasn't saying he was a snake because he's not. But did really well. I thought, oh no, this is a thing, let's give this a go. And that's all it is. But I've always been interested in UK politics. Just because I live in France doesn't mean to say it's not my nationality. It doesn't mean to say that my family doesn't still live there. My children still in the UK, so I do have a vested interest in the UK. I can't get away from it. I love France, I'm not going to deny it. Yeah. Even with all the madness that's going on at the moment regarding the pension. But still, just because I live in another country doesn't mean to say I'm not a British citizen. Plain and simple. Period. So there. So, cheers for that, P dollars. So, and it's not going to stop me now. I'm sorry. I've been ups and downs with this channel, as you know, and it's not going to stop me. Oh, not even UBI in an Irish accent like Maxon. No, sorry. No. He's got a T-shirt, he has. It's something like it with a U and a B and an I. A U being a sheep U. Yeah, well, okay. There's merch. I've just downloaded merchandise, actually, for Abolished Monarchy. Just for the Coronation, you know how it is. Although they won't get it in time. Okay. I've not voted since 1987. Ooh. You should vote, because every time you don't vote, you're giving a vote to the opposition. Have you seen any birds from the UK with toilet paper? Yes, I have. Oh, crikey, yeah. You'll see them. Poor little blighters. It's like trying to fly a kite off the football. Flat like hell they are. It's terrible. Do you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of,
like you'll go person, woman, man, camera, TV.
Like when he came down the stairs of the Trumpmobile. Was it the Trump plane? Yeah, well, yeah. Donald Trump with the toilet paper attached to his foot. It's just like that it was, yeah. But all the blighters. Yeah. So, yeah, anyway. Let's have a look, alright, at tactical voting. I know it may be a little bit late for some people, that they might have already voted, or maybe are just about to go out and vote. Maybe. So I'm going to put into a website. This website, take back your Tory council. We don't want Tory councils. No. Because we want to tell the Tories that they're no good. Yeah, they think they're great. But when you get people like Lee Anderson, we know they're not. Lee Anderson, 30p Lee. Oh dear. We've even got the Bank of England now telling us... What was the name of that guy now? I've forgotten now. Anyway, Bank of England, they're telling us that we've all got to accept that we're poor. Just live it up. Poor. Yeah, pretty much. That's what you're saying. Just put up with it. Accept it. Being poor. Have no money. Not enough to feed the kids. Be poor. While the likes of, well, for instance, the Bank of England governor taking home, about 800,000 a year, and he's got cheek to tell us, well, I didn't take a pay rise this year. Oh, but God, you should take a pay reduction. You haven't done your job. It should all be, well, how to put index linked to your performance. Maybe. Not in bed. No! God, what a scary thought that is, yeah. Keep that sausage where it belongs, in a bun. There you go. So anyway, tactical voting in your area. For me, I'm going to have a look at my son's address. Yeah. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. That one. There you go. Nope, that's not the right address. Right, it's Labour. Right. That's the wrong address anyway, but there you go. So Norwich isn't under Tory control, so let's keep it that way. So, Norwich is Labour. Yeah, Labour. So that's good, isn't it? So what about where I used to go? In the Broadland area. I think that one that'll do. That's not my address, thank God for that. I'll be showing you where I live. Or lived.
So, you have accepted.
That was a while ago. Hello, Kevin Slims, thank you very much, you're most kind. Oh, does anyone want me to put this in? Their postcode into this? Maybe. But there again, you might not want to. So Broadland is under Tory control. Tory control! Not because I vote Tory, no. Although I have done once. Then I can't, yeah. It's only because I liked the person. That was a long time ago. I wasn't thinking straight, I don't think, to be honest. Yeah. Maybe because I didn't like the other person. He looked stupid. Had a funny haircut or something. Something like that. Anyway. You know what it is these days. That's how you vote, isn't it? Funny haircuts? You don't vote for funny haircuts or eat a bacon sarnie, a little bit messy. No, don't do that. No. No. You have to vote for people with fluffy hair. Yeah. You know, like Alexander Boris DeVille Johnson. It's not looking that great for him. His future's looking a little bit grim. So Broadland is under Tory control. So we've got to vote tactically and we'll win it back. Oh, we've already got it.
So, you have accepted the truth.
No, I don't want Tory control. We need a Reagan, buddy. Hello, my friend. Yes. So in Broadland, they need to be voting for the Liberal Democrats because Labour's not going to get in. So tactically, you'd vote for the Liberal Democrats in both seats. I mean, out of the frying pan into the fire, and they're probably not. Anything to get the Tories out. Well, sends them a message, doesn't it? Tells Richie Sunak that he's got to go a long way to win our love back. Well, they've had it in the first place. No, you little crook, little thieving scumbag, Richie Sunak, and your missus. Things you'll do for your missus. You rip off the taxpayer. For your missus. Well, they're going to be investigated now. A bit of luck, but nothing's going to happen. No. Nothing will happen at all. So just check the chat because I just got a super jet. Right, okay, where is my chat gone? Can you see it? Because I can't see it. No, obviously you can't see it. Right, also there we go. There it is. It was hiding behind that one. Reagan, May the 4th be with you. Yeah. Like May the Force. The voting force. You got the power, you see, today. You do have the power. You have the midichlorians and, you vote for Labour maybe, or tactically. Maybe even Liberal Democrats, depending on where you are. Kevin Slims, thank you very much. When does election results come in? They will start coming tomorrow, maybe by might get some early ones, depending how big the constituency it is, how big the constituency is. But they're saying sort of midday tomorrow, running into the evening. So they'll be straight away. So you might get some tonight. I don't know how quick they are. I mean, what they need is one of them Dominion machines. That's what they need. One of them Dominion voting machines. But whatever you do, don't slag them off. No, don't slag them off because they'll sue you for $750 million or something like that, like they just did to News Corp. Keith Rupert Murdoch's scummy Fox News. And now Tucker Carlson's been given the boot as well. Good. Well, there you go. So, cheers up, buddy. Number 3 said I had no one to vote for. What? Couldn't even vote for reform? No? The thing is, this might be the one you particularly like or believe in, but the thing is, I suppose at the end of the day, we need to be just anything at the moment, just to get this lot out.
So, you have accepted the
Mark's his biggest fan! Hello there! I've got a fan. Oh, we all like good fans. Keep it cool. Could you try? I can do that. Could we try SW1 2AA? So, there we go. Oh, bylon times. I do like bylon times. Oh, what have I done wrong? Okay. It's not letting me. Why not letting me? Oh, I got a fly. Oh my giddy aunt. Put it into the machine. Right, let's go back onto the chat. Make sure I got that right. SW1 2AA. I tried it, Bugs' biggest fan, but it doesn't work. Oh, why isn't it working? SW1 2AA. Hang on. What are you doing there? Cheeky. Down the street. So you can't do that. So you can't. Oh dear. Ho ho ho. Thanks for that, Mark's biggest fan. You've been pulling my leg again, ain't you? A space. Yeah, SW1A. 2AA. Alright, let's try that. What? That's not one, is it? That's silly. SW1A. No, that's silly. I've tried to put space in, it still doesn't want to know. See? It doesn't want you to know, you see. No. Yeah, it's been rigged. The system's rigged. That's what it is. Blame on the Tories. Alright. Try SW1A. SW1A. I'll give it a go. SW1. Oh, sorry. Ah! Press too many buttons. Fat fingers. Okay. I'll get to you in a minute, David. SW1A. Okay. What I've got is I've got my camera right in front of me. I can't see what I'm writing. That's my excuse. I'm sticking to it. And let's move that over there so I can see it a bit better. That's it. SW1A200. Are these zeros? No, it's O's. Or they. Hang on. No. Oh. So SW. Crikey. Well, I've got things jumping up and down one side. I'm reading, and then I look at the wrong thing, aren't I? So SW1A. 0AA. Nope. Doesn't want to know. Are they experiencing heavy traffic? SW1A. Alright, let's try David ST1. STL1. JU. No, it doesn't want to know at the minute. Hang on, just going to try something. I'm just going to refresh it, just in case there's a problem. No, it's not letting me do it now. Right, let's just. Move that over there. Boom. Alright, so what's my postcode? Oh, that's my postcode when you lived there. Okay, well, it's not working now. It's found me out. That's what it's doing. Oops, something went wrong. Please try entering your postcode again. All right, let's try and. No, it shouldn't make any odds, should it? Let's open in lowercase, but that ain't great. No, it doesn't do lowercase. It does. Boom. But that won't make any blooming difference, would it? They're obviously overwhelmed at the minute. I think I can put it down too. That's not because of that, is it? Let me just have a look at this. No, it's not installed. No, that's weird. That's strange. That is strange. Let's just check the chat in. Try without spaces. Yeah, I tried that, and it's just well, I just keep getting the same old thing now. It might be a bit overwhelmed. Maybe that's what it is. See, I'm just getting the same thing on every one I do now, whether it's got spaces, lowercase, uppercase, or whatever. So yeah, it's a bit like ChatGPT 4. Can't cope. It can't cope. Well. Heavy traffic are outsourcing their vote count to France via Dover, probably. When I vote STV, I give every candidate, bar one, a preference to guarantee my vote stays in the game to the end, even if it means having to hold my nose. There's no council elections in that postcode. Ah. Okay. That might be why then. The data isn't perfect, says number 3. Leanderville's postcode. Oh, let's try that. That would be interesting. If. Let's give that a go. So NG, hopefully, it's going to work this time. And I'll show you. If it doesn't, we'll move on. Go. Ah! Come in! There's somebody at the door! Oh, got my cup of tea. You got one? No, it's empty. I got my cup of tea. And I say, I still got my... use them all the while, you know. Right, okay. Let's... Oh, you're offering. You can't do that on there. That's just rude. Oh, blimey. You very rarely offer anything. Oh, another glass, if that's okay. Yeah, I refrain from talking to myself today, Caroline. It kind of feels like I'm talking to myself sometimes, but I'm talking to...
Well, you have to now, because I'm going away on Saturday.
Oh, I might do more lives, because the missus is leaving me on my own. I've got to fend for myself, you know. How am I going to manage that? Huh?
Well, you go wash your clothes.
I'm going to shower my clothes on. That's the way they're going to do it. You see, just scrub myself up and then hang up, you know. Put them on the back of the chairs to dry.
There's a linen horse there.
I've got linen on the linen horse to dry. Yeah, what else have I got to do? Socks. What are the socks? Oh no, what I can do them. I can wear them in the shower. They're fine. And I can rub them together in the shower. And the soap comes off your body, you see. You clean your socks at the same time. Makes perfect sense.
Hoover?
What? Apparently you got a Hoover. Yeah, I do Hoover. Kind of.
The Hoover the day before I come home.
Nope. I'm going to leave that, just especially for you.
You would.
That's what happens when you leave me. For 3 weeks! 3 weeks! Yeah, 3 weeks! Once with Arnold Schwarzenegger when he's got that funny old head on there. 3 weeks! Or 2 weeks. Or whatever. Anyway. Alright, Ashfield. So that obviously makes sense now. Thanks for that bit of information. They haven't all got... that's obvious really, isn't it? But there you go. It is working. It is working.
Did you tell them where I'm going? You've got a 10th little branch.
Yeah, we're having... Oh, I know. My daughter. She's shelling peas, she is. Shelling peas. Another little brat. Another one. Shall be 4 little brats. Little boy this time, yeah. Spawn. Oh, anyway. We are overrun with girls, I have to admit. Yeah. Too many women. In our family, I'll tell you. Outnumbered, I do. It's Ashfield, which is Lee Anderson's constituency. Ward, Ainsley, Kirby and Woodall. And it isn't under Tory control. Good. So a tactical vote apparently is hard to call. So vote for your preferred progressive party. So if you're in a... someone needs to tell Lee Anderson he'd be a lot better off if he votes for Labour, for instance. That'd make a lot of practical sense, I would say. Who's going to do it? You got his number? He's probably blocked me on Twitter by now. I'm always attacking him. Watch out, Marcus! Hello there. Yeah, I know. Oh, dear me. Luckily, she's not a violent woman. No. I'd be done for. I would. I've got a big mouth. I can help myself. So, ST1 1JU was postcode Cromwell Court, dirty abandoned... Oh, backpack hostel. Hostel, okay. Get to the chopper. I just checked where I was working this week. Oh, crikey. Okay, let's have a look at that. Mark's his biggest fan. Oh, and that's not moving again. I got it. Okay. So, just do a couple more of these, and then we'll move on, because time is pressing on, and I've got some other things we want to talk about. So, so it's... Where is it? Why zero? Where's it gone? It's jumped off there again. On 7. I'm covering it up so I can't see it. There you go. AEF. Oh, there's not a council election in that area. Sorry. What? You just said that there was. Have I got one? Did I do something wrong? I just checked where I was working this week, and there's no hope for them. What, Tories? Are they Tories? Or you said they should vote S&P? Maybe. I don't know. Alright, let's try. Take back control. Alright, look up. Got a different postcode. I did have that right, didn't I? Y07 17 AEF. That was right. So, okay. We don't cover parish, community, or town council elections. Ooh. Women are always right. Yeah. Hello, Thomas. I hope you're well. And number 3, the Tories are their fault. Try okay, that one there. It's an ST. Let's go over here. Come on, move. Bum 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 bum. And I can't see what you wrote again. Alright, moving it over. God, Bennett, why is that pop out? It's terrible. Okay, there we go. ST1 1JU. That's it. Stafford Street, Stoke-on-Trent. Oh my God, Stoke-on-Trent. Is that Gallus? Is he Stoke-on-Trent? Is he Stoke? I think that's Gallus, isn't it? Sorry. Oh, okay. So they're under Tory control. Oh dear. So you got to vote tactically, and to tactically vote for them, you've got to vote for Labour. So do it. Do it now. And the warders Etruria. I can't say spell that. Etruria. Oh, let's say handily. That'll do. So cool. So fortunately, the Tories have got that at the moment, but that might change. Just want to see what happens. It'd be such a message, wouldn't it? It really will be a message. Marx's biggest fan, same site, gave me a result. That's bizarre. The Marx's biggest fan, he tried to do YO17 8EF, and he got a result. Yeah, I didn't get a result. That's bizarre, isn't it? Let's try it. Let's refresh that. Let's try it again. Which one was it again? That was... Alright, YO17. Let's try that again then. No, it's saying there isn't one in that area. That's bizarre. They've got a glitchy site. Okay. Give 30p the handful, the chop. Oh, I wish we could. Literally. Oh, God, can you imagine him breathing? Did you see his kids? Got 2 sons. They look like real numpties. Sorry. They kind of look like they should be... What? Yeah, they keep worrying about the different grooming gangs and say they're all Pakistani males and that, these grooming gangs. I'd be more worried about Lee Anderson's kids. This is the state of them. Oh my God. They look just the type, they do. So, as far as I know, they might be really nice people, but there you go. If the shoe fits. Oh, if the father fits, I suppose. So, it's first Moulton. Might be me on the tactical voting for general election. My bad. No worries, buddy. The Etrurians got Romanised. Oh, party politics is stupid. Local councils should be independent. That's a good point, actually. They should be. But again, we should have proportional representation as well. That was mentioned earlier in the chat. It would make a lot more sense. Yeah. So anyway, let's hope. Let's just hope there's a massive sway in popular opinion being demonstrated in this local election, pulling away from the Tories, no matter what party it might be, even if it's Reform, because they're not going to get anywhere. So yeah, Reform. Although they have been working quite hard recently, they really have. Not for good, obviously, because it's they keep lying. Like Richard Tice's lying the other day. I mentioned it before in the stream where he's 1 minute he's going on about Dominic Raab is so naughty for bullying Gina Miller and what have you, and then the next day there he is saying how bad it was. That Dominic Raab shouldn't be cancelled like that. And all, oh God's sake, it's just hypocrisy, just so much hypocrisy. Hey, look, I'll go over there. Hello, bear. Now, if I throw it to you, boy, will you catch it? Probably not, because it's my left hand, so it's probably not going to get you in there his mouth. Oh no, go down the edge. Oh, he's got it. He got it. Now, with Pandora, she'd had that probably. Yeah, she's a good catch, Pandora. Well, he used to, but since his hearing's a bit dodgy, and I'm not sure his eyesight is as great as it used to be, and his reflexes, okay, whatever, like that, He ain't quite so keen. Hello, Leghorn. I hope you're well, my friend. Yeah. So I had to cock off last night. I actually fell asleep. I was watching. I just fell asleep anyway because I was so tired. But yeah, so yeah. Oh, no, he's a lovely boy. It's my Sebastian. He's a good little fella. He is. Apart from it, he barks, and it's ear pierce. I mean, it's like someone's got all the his knackers, and he's the loud. When we first had Wally, he didn't bark at all. Then we got Sebastian, but Sebastian barked, and then Wally started barking. So they've got both of them bark, and then Pandora turns up, and she's the girl, and she's the most, the boyish one of the lot. The the most male, even though she's female. Sebastian! Anyway, Labour MPs have spoken out in the run-up to the coronation against party rule changes that prevent constituency branches from affiliating with an anti-monarchy group. Bugger. But they're going to do that anyway, aren't they? Status quo and all that. But I don't think... I think this coronation is going to be the start of, disbanding of the Commonwealth. That's what I think. I might be wrong. That's what it feels like to me. Good. Anyway, for an intermission, this is for Mad Monk 33. Is that enough yet? Slip is in my way. Yeah. Put them over there. Right. There you go, Mad Monk. So King Charles, I think he's he personifies the end of the monarchy. He's a relic, of a colonialist past. That's the monarchy. That's what he's linked to slavery. The French had it right, didn't they? Off with the heads! Get the guillotine. Have a Bastille, maybe. Well, I need to build one first. Like I've said many times before, I'm happy to build the guillotine. I can even make it hydraulic if you want, or use a simple,
you have accepted the truth.
Wooden one if you like, with a couple of slides and counterbalances and weights. Or maybe we can have a tourniquet and just tie it around their heads and see what happens. Obviously, I'm being hypothetical. I'm not suggesting that's what we should do. Well, the Commonwealth, Indigenous leaders, they're demanding an apology from the King, King Charles III, for the effects of colonisation. Not that sort of colon. No, for God's sake. No, that's painful. Don't do that. Well, it depends if you're trying to get your whole head in or not, but there you go, we won't go there. So Jamaica could soon be a republic, as soon as 2024. That'll be the end, that'll be the start. It'll be like Brexit. They said the whole of the EU, that's all going to fall over. That's what they said. Once Britain left, the UK left well, actually I say Britain, actually, because Northern Ireland hasn't, has it? But there you go. So Britain left the EU. The whole lot will come tumbling down, is what they said. To be fair, Hungary ain't looking too stable at the moment, but there you go. So yes, Jamaica could be a republic by 2024. They're talking about having a referendum very soon. But even in the UK, abolitionists, I can't even say it now. Can't even say it. Abolitionists They're rising in numbers. Even in the United Kingdom. Especially amongst the millennials, the youngsters out there. Those who couldn't be bothered to vote in the first place. Well, and no scone or stone, was it stone or scone, was it stone or destiny, whatever it might be called these days, is going to save King What's-His-Face. Yeah. Even the Brexiters. They're all walking oxymoron. That's what they are. Like to do a bit for that company. Their butcher's apron. That's what they like to do. Or they like to try and mount that flippin' Charles III busk. Get all excited they do. Scary, really. That'd be why they're wearing Union Jack Y fronts. Or something like that. They're a strange bunch, you know, these Brexiters. They shout sovereignty. That's what they tell us, sovereignty. The EU is unelected. Yeah, they're all unelected bureaucrats, you see. Old men, as Nigel Farage would say. Well, it's not exactly accurate, is it? After all, even old Farage was elected. He's an elected MEP. So how do they work that one out? Is their idol, the Brexiters' idol, Nigel Farage? Well, but who voted for King Charles as our head of state? Oh boy, bringing on the Republic one day. Go figure. Well, don't forget I'll beat the whole like button. It's not working. My button's not working. What's happened to my button? Oh no. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh, there it is. There you go. Well, I think we've all had a bit enough, really, of this madness, haven't we? And when we see like £250 million being spent on this coronation, there's probably going to be double that. They're probably not being honest anyway, you know, this sort of like. And King Charles's cape. That restoration's costing a flippin' fortune. What's the point of that? Just trip up on it. I suppose you can polish the floor at the same time and walking down the, ready to sit on that stone. Well, be honest, he thinks he's a flippin', what's that?
Starving people having to go to food banks.
Actually, what do you say to me when you found out about this? How did you feel about this? Come on, Caroline.
I just said it was
The
really,
state of it. It's got food or wet.
I just said it was really, really terrible because all them people starving and the nurses, you can't, have to go to food banks and they're spending all that money on a wasteless day.
A wasteless day. It's like a wasteland. Wasteless. Yeah. There's a lot of mad people there. They're waving their little flags and stuff, aren't they? Outside the house. Oh, God, long live the king, they go. With their little plastic flags.
I think they purposely found them people. I think
is it a bit like when they do like the programmes with unemployed people and stuff, on people on the benefits now? They always find the people with the iPhones.
Yeah. Or yes.
Or they really had been rude, really big people, a bit like me, really fat people, who are grossly overweight, and they complain they can't afford food. It seems to be always the case. I wonder why. It makes a show. That's what it does. You going now, are you?
I'm going upstairs.
She's leaving me though. So she didn't just leave me on Saturday to my own devices. Own devices. She's leaving me tonight and all. She's probably going to watch some rubbish on TV.
Finish my knitting.
I was going to knitting. Oh, my God, knitting. Clickety-clack, clickety-clack, clickety-clack. That's what it's like. First thing in the flipping mornings. And what was that? Oh, it's there again. Clickety-clack. She does have a lot to deal with, I must admit. Anyway, there you go. That's live, isn't it? So, I think we've all had enough of this madness. And 250 million quid on its coronation is ludicrous. And quite frankly, it's probably going to cost more. Oh, Matthew's gone to bed as well, has he? Always like that, is it? It's like a little bit, I've been abandoned. It's not Brexit, you know. That's not sinking ship. Burn the sinking ship. There's going to be a mutiny next. So I don't know, that's going to be on the flotel or the asylum ship.
You did make
Oh, you did? Yeah, that's cool. Well, I think it's an insult, to be honest. All this money been spent on this coronation. And then we've got a flippin' nurses, and, well, they're going to food banks, they are. Going to food banks. Nurses. You think they'd be earning enough, but no, they can't make ends meet, because it isn't just about what you earn, it's about what you can afford. Everything's become more expensive. And I know what people are going to say, and some Tory MPs have already said, including Lee Anderson, 30p Lee, well, they need to learn how to budget better. That's what they say. Well, quite frankly, that's not how it works. Because you're already budgeted to, most people live to their means, you see. You've already got mortgages and loans, car loans and stuff like that. And maybe you could argue that, well, you should have bought stuff in the first place. But you're still tied into the contract at the time. It wasn't a problem, but now it is. Because the cost of everything is more expensive. People's lives change. Oh, we don't do too well. We struggle a bit. And quite frankly, we're quite fortunate. In many ways. Obviously, living here in France is absolutely fortunate anyway. At least we're not in Brexit Britain. But our cost of living is relatively low, and we've got a house that we haven't got to pay rent for. So we are fortunate. We are very lucky, in fact. There's many people who are in dire straits. I mean, they're in such a bad way. Really struggling, and it's sad to see. And who should we blame? Well, I'll make that known in the vote. Start with local elections and then a general election. And get these Tories out. Well, nurses shouldn't be having to go to food banks, period. And we shouldn't be having food banks in the flippin' hospitals themselves. What does that say about us as a country? Really? It's not just wrong, it's moral, it's every... Oh, God, it just... But...
I think it's rather uplifting.
Well, thank you, Jacob Rees-Mogg. Maybe you should go to a flippin' food bank, or maybe you should be the food. Well, a twizzle stick more like it. Well, so what are you thinking about, well, the likes of Jacob Rees-Mogg and that? There he is, with his 10-course meal. Tiny meals, obviously, because there's not much to him, is there? But, the little, tiny little portions, a la carte probably, or something. Think about that while you're going to the food bank and picking up your bag of groceries, maybe. Or even searching for that lost pan behind the sofa. Well, it's time to get rid of these old hangers-on, including King Charles III. They're like a booger. Like a booger not paying their rent, they are. Yeah, that's what they are. Well, this is all like an archaic birthright. Not because they're earned it, and certainly not because they've been voted in. No. It's nuts, it's madness. Just look at those medals, though. On King Charles's tunic. Oh, impressive. He didn't earn one of them. Not one of them. Just awarded. To be fair, even that nonce. Prince Andrew is more deserving than Prince Charles. King Heck. Sausage. Well, quite frankly, the Commonwealth is in a state of revolt. So many countries around the world, in the Commonwealth that is, are deciding that they've had enough. And it's going to start with Jamaica, and Australia, New Zealand and Canada and pretty much every other country in the Commonwealth. The only country that wants to stay in the Commonwealth is, well, according to polls, was it Lord Ashcroft? Is the United Kingdom. But that's dwindling fast, that is. We can't really have a Commonwealth without the United Kingdom in it, can you, really? Or at least England. Well, time for a British Bastille. Well, before I get into the next part of tonight's show, considering I'm already running over, I've been babbling, haven't I? I have been babbling, I do apologise. Let's check the chat. Did I miss somebody on the super chat? I think I probably did. Oh, going the wrong way now. Oh, up. Mark's the biggest fan. Hello, my friend. Some pensioner down south is getting a new hat at the weekend. And apparently, that is newsworthy. Funny times we live in, wouldn't you say? I'll be in Glasgow, says Mark's biggest fan, for an independence march, so won't be able to vote. I think a Mad Monk is going as well, aren't you, Mad Monk? Maybe you could meet up. Have a chin wag. No fisticuffs. No. Who was that Chinese Webster? Did you Webster? Oh, scroll down. Many people really are mad. Flat Earth, pet rocks. I had a pet rock the other night, didn't I? I had my very own stone of destiny, like Tenacious D, like a pick of destiny. I don't know what really cool. Every time I keep seeing your avatar, I keep thinking of Anne Noncock, yeah. And what's her name? Angelona Lee, no, whatever her name was. Canoodling they were. You are right, to be fair, number 3. Many people are really bonkers. They are. Mrs. Allshorts had done a Brexit. She did. A whole lot's going to come tumbling down now. If you speak to the likes of Nigel Farage, Charles Beason, homeopathy, oh my God, say them all. Now, I believe in some herbal remedies, but the thing is about herbal remedies, you could have so much of it to do the same job. Because obviously, medications are generally very concentrated. It's like aspirin. It's salicylic acid, which comes from the bark of, the bark of salix, which is willow. I'm growing lots of that. Yes, if you want to be a part of that, we're doing the rewilding here in France. We're planting loads of trees. But anyway, willow. And it is, salicylic acid is an aspirin. But how much would you need to get one little tablet? A whole load of bark. Boil it up and what do you call it? Distill it until you get what you need. Maybe. Something like that. Well, I use salicylic acid actually in my garden. If you have tomatoes, if you want to boost their ability to defend themselves, use salicylic acid. Put it in your watering can, an aspirin, a dissolvable aspirin or something like that, or spray or what have you, and spray on your tomato plants and it'll trick them. And think, oh no, I'm under attack! And then they'll put out their own natural defences to protect themselves, such as blight and stuff like that, and it works. The other thing you can do is this, you get some copper wire and just push a little bit of copper wire through the stem. And if you didn't know this already, we've got another channel, it's called Earth Trifle. And I'm starting to put videos on there. They're all very ad hoc and very, they are unedited. I'm not doing any edited videos on that channel, if I can help it. So it's going to be vlog style, vloggy style. Lots of short videos and some longer ones. Not shorts, I mean like short videos, as in they're not very long. Yeah, that's what I mean. Oh, nuns, very cute. Nuns. Why? Charles believes in homeopathy. I know. Something not quite right with that man. He's a very grumpy individual. Anyone saw him doing the old signage when he became king? Oh, my pen! Where's my pen gone? Oh no, my pen! I've lost my pen! Oh no, it's fallen on the floor! My pen! Oh, he's really grumpy, he was. I thought he was going to sag everybody. Oh, he did. Yeah, Jamaica and Scotland. They will both have independence very soon. We in Scotland want to be the first to leave the Commonwealth. I'm afraid it might not be Scotland, Mad Monk. Sorry. It's probably going to be Jamaica. They're talking about having a referendum very soon. Yeah. Well, actually, in 2024. They haven't. Or was it this year? I can't remember now. They could actually leave the Commonwealth in 2024. What's old Prince Charles going to do? Or King Charles going to do about that? Not like he's not in charge of his all those ships. He got no slave ships or anything like that anymore, has he? No, you have to give them all up. What if Richard Drax has got a few? I know he's still got his plantation. He's probably got a few chain gangs as well. I won't be a bit surprised, that man. Saying that, he has actually been speaking up recently regarding the, this prison ship. The prison ship. Now, Lee Corn and Reagan and Lee both talked about this yesterday. Oh, I got a super chat. Both talking about this yesterday on their show, the Snowflake Show. So give that a look on Wednesdays at 9 p.m. UK time. And it's a very nice little show, actually. They're very good. And they're talking about this prison ship yesterday. But it's a few bits and pieces I want to talk about that as well in a moment. Because I find it absolutely, not just shocking, it is shocking. I think it's an awful thing to do to people. What's that, Wally? Eat your food. You hear him? You're all grumbly now. Oh, because Sebastian's about to eat his food. Oh, I see. Okay, that's why. That'll be a fight. There's trouble in the house. So looking at Charles, you can see the consequences of marrying your cousin's inbred. Well, that's why he's got sausage fingers, is that why? Actually, I think it's arthritis. Is it arthritis or something? Yeah. Oh, I'll definitely boat. Oh, cheers, my friend. I'll be doing a trade tomorrow. Just got to New Waters. Oh, cool. Oh, you moved your boat, have you? Somewhere else now. Have you bumped into Lee Anderson yet? I know I asked you the other day, but have you bumped into him yet? No, you haven't. Oh, okay. Well. Oh, that'd be good. So looking at Charles, you can see the consequence of marrying your cousins. I won't be a bit surprised. They're all inbred, aren't they? And Daddy Blase. So due to someone receiving a sparkly hat at the weekend and a stolen jewel, that's what I said, the football has been moved. I'm sorry about the football, but I don't give a damn. Sorry, I don't give a damn about football. I don't watch football. I do apologise. Although, I have to admit, I was very impressed with the ladies playing football. Yeah. And it felt a bit more real to me. Sorry. Maybe because there's less money involved. Well, that might change soon. We'll see. So I do apologise about Daddy Blase, but there you go. Say, Livy, you should be sitting there and waving your little flag, you know. That's what you should be doing. Not watching football. No. You got to pledge allegiance to the king. You got to swear it as well to the king. You know, I'm going to be doing that, you know. I'm going to be swearing allegiance to the king. I'm going to be going like this. Beck, 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 beck to the king. Or something like that. Maybe. I didn't used to, I've mentioned this before, I used to have that problem with the king. I didn't really care about the royal family, to be honest, and I wasn't interested. But when I realised the amount of money they're costing, and even after they, gave up their wages, so to speak, but they still cost an absolute flipping fortune. For a start, £250 million for a flipping party. A party, for God's sake. Pay for your own flipping party. You're worth £22 billion, apparently. And you're expecting people who can't afford to put food on their tables to pay for your party? It's ludicrous. Vote Republic. Well. Not me. No football. Yeah, not for me. I'm not into football at all. I really aren't. I never have been. I did used to play rugby, mind. That was a long time ago. Did you? I apologise if I offend anyone about the football. Wally wants treats. He's actually whining at the dog bowl, but he's just gone somewhere else now. He'll be back in a minute. Black bowl, smoky treat, indeed. Oh, a lovely dram. A good evening vibe pack as well. And Lady Blase has also said that. The Mobucky, what? Now, David and Gerardo, do you find, would you refer to King Charles III as your gummy bear? Would you? What do the missus very cute? I don't know. What, you been asleep? Maybe. Hola, Blase. What was a Wednesday? Right. Yeah, so cheers, Mad Monk 33. He says to put a link on here for the Snowflake Show, which is just sub to the channel. It'll help the channel, you see, as well. I'll give him a good old start. There's also Daily Blase on here as well. You probably know about him already. He's getting so many flipping views. I'm so jealous. It's fine. When are you going to be doing Daily Blase? Are you considering doing any live shows? No? Yeah? No? Yeah? No? Maybe. Anyway, I've run over. I'm going to do my next bit. I want to talk about this flippin' slavers ship. You know, the flotel. Floater, if you like. It's going to be full of it, I tell you. Because there's sanitation's going to be a massive issue. And nobody seems to care. No. I know you guys and girls do care because, you know, you're good people. Didn't Donald Trump say that about the Proud Boys? Something like that, didn't he? Yeah. Lovely. Well, I did actually do a video about this a while ago. Pretty much I say I didn't do very well because none of my videos on Asylum seem to do very well, so I squeeze them into the my live show instead. So you can suffer for it. Sorry! So, these asylum seekers are going to have a lot less space than they've even got in those hotels, to be fair. be honest, an average car parking space is actually going to be bigger than what they're, well, it's going to be the size of a car parking space that they're going to have to move about in. And what do? They show you all these pictures on the website for this Bibby Stockholm. And it all looks very plush. Now, Lee Corn and Reagan Elite showed that yesterday in their live stream. The photographs inside. And the big but is here is this thing, this Bibby Stockholm, this ship. Well, it's a barge, right? It's got no engines on it. It has to be towed places. And at the moment, it's being towed by another boat. It's a tugboat. It's called the Mustang. And I've got its location at the moment, so I can show you where it is. And it's not far from, well, it is far from Malta, sort of between Malta and Spain, in the Mediterranean at the moment. But I'll show you in a moment anyway. Well, this tugboat is pulling this thing along. And it took a little while for me to find out where this thing is, the Bibby Stockholm, because the AIS has been turned off. It's like the location beacon, like a transponder, so to speak, for boats. Now, all boats generally have them, but if you're travelling in tandem, one will be turned off. You don't need both. They don't generally have them both on. Not in this case, anyway, because they've turned the one off for the Bibby Stockholm. To be honest, this flipping thing is literally a steel box floating in the water. And it wouldn't take much for that to be capsized, to be honest. You only need a good storm, and that'd be it. I can't imagine that's so top heavy. There's not much freeboard in it. It's got quite a bit of freeboard, and there's not much under the water. So it's like a. I don't know. It's like a. Hey, you! Stop nicking Wally's food. Not Pandora, they stealing Wally's dinner. First up, Sebastian. Now it's Pandora. What are you like, girl? You have a treat instead. Oh, there she is. Oh, I say there she is. She's down there, sort of. You there? You can't see her. She sees her face. Yeah, I'll put that. Maybe I'll show you. There. Oh, there you go. You there? Still can't see her. Oh, there she is. Oh, the light, the bright light. My legs are in the way. Oh, do you want that? I'm trying to put up your nose. Huh? Yeah, good girl, aren't you? She is a lovely little thing, she is. She's not the prettiest of dogs, but she's got so much personality. Yeah. What did I just say about you? Is it your wonky jaw? She had a bit of a run-in with the... Oh, what's the wrong one? There you go. She had a bit of a... Well, not a bit of a run. She had the run-in with a ram. Yeah, when we had sheep. And it busted all the jaw up. And she had to have it all wired up and what have you. So it's a bit bit lopsided, isn't it, girl? Used to be alright, but now look at you. Oh, dear. Oh no. Take it back to the pound. No, never. Yeah, have another one. There you go. So anyway, this asylum seekers are going to have less space than an average car parking bay on a barge. And it's been likened to like a quasi prison. And that's why a Conservative MP said that. So even the Conservatives are kicking off about this, pretty much because they where this in Portsmouth, you see, and they're not very happy about this barge having all these asylum seekers on board, because it's like anything, isn't it? Oh, we ain't got a problem with it as long as it's not on our doorstep. It's that kind. The Tories are like they're all the same, aren't they? Well, the Home Office says it's going to house around 500 people. So I thought, well, hang on. And I did a video about this a while back, and I thought to myself, this doesn't sound right. 500 people on that. So, especially when I look at the website, and the website was saying it's got 222 single rooms. Now, shortly after, so they listed it as 22 single rooms, and then shortly after it said they can accommodate. This is after Sue Ellen Bradman got involved. They upped it to 500. So basically, they're putting bunks in. Apparently, anyway, they're saying 500, but apparently it was 222, but that's single rooms. And the reason why they're single rooms is because it's designed for it's working accommodation for people working on oil rigs, maybe offshore wind or whatever it might be. Your workers, and most of those workers are working shifts. So people coming on and off the shifts, they don't want to be disturbed. Hence, single rooms. Also, when they end up on these boats, they're not sitting around playing tiddlywinks. No, a lot of the time they just sleep, because that's what it is. It's very sleeping accommodation. Just do what you need to do in between actually being at work. So most of the time, these people aren't actually going to be on that boat normally in normal circumstances. But this so-called asylum flotel, prison boat, prison ship, prison barge, whatever you like to call it. These people are going to be 500 odd asylum seekers. Well, I say asylum seekers, effectively they're just going to be prisoners because there's no chance of seeking asylum once you're on there. That is just a stopgap. This is something to put you while they're waiting to ship you abroad. In this case to Rwanda, Sue Ellen Bradman, she's looking forward to seeing that flight go, on the front cover. That is on the front cover of the Telegraph to Rwanda. That's her dream, she said. That's my dream. Oh, she was so excited, she was. She was having, she had one of them. But there you go. So, it's not designed for that. It's not designed for people staying there 24/7, even for 28 days, like they said it's going to be 28 days, but it's not. There's going to be people in there for months. And this is going to cause so many problems. I see it. Well, for a start, I can see that obviously there's going to be fighting on board. There's going to be sanitation issues, for God, and even potentially mutiny. Because these people are on this flipping boat, moored up in Portsmouth, and it is a port. There's no wandering off to your local shop, no. Because you've got no passport. You've got no way of getting in and out of passport control, So they're going to be stuck there. Now, there's no wandering around the site. It's too dangerous. So I imagine there'll be a pending area at the port. Probably that metal fencing they put into the weighted bases to create a sectioned area. Maybe to extend daytime, be able to wander about and what have you. Stretch your legs, maybe. If they're lucky. But other than that, I can't see any, it's just going to be trouble. There's going to be trouble. If you stick a load of men, there's women and children on there as well, going to be on there as well. But if you stick a load of men, 500 odd men, in a, how do you put it? In a rather damp, stagnant conditions. I know it looks all very plush in the pictures and what have you, but it ain't going to be like that for long. You're putting twice the amount of people on that flipping thing, for a start. That is humidity. Can it cope with it? Can the actual ship itself cope with that many people, with the humidity they've got to deal with? Yes, you might say it's got air conditioning. I'm a boating man. I've worked on boats. I've lived on boats. Not lived, I'll say. I've stayed long periods of time on boats. But I suppose that is living. Kind of. And I've crossed the channel several times on boats. I'm a boat man, my father's a boat builder and, I used to own a boat. Years ago. They were the days. And, there's so much stuff you have to deal with, just living in that sort of accommodation. Now, I'm sure that Lefty Boat would probably confirm that. He's on a narrowboat, and humidity is a problem on any boat because of the exhaling. But that's there's one guy on his boat. I don't know if he's got a dog, but if you're flipping got 500 people on these boats, could you imagine it? It's gonna be a stench fest. It's gonna be lovely. Won't be long before you have mushrooms growing on the walls and stuff like that. It's gonna be very hard to deal with, and no amount of security is gonna be able to control a boat like that with 500 odd people on it. Desperate people, frightened people, angry people. It's gonna be right on mixture. It's gonna be hell. I can really see it kicking off. That's my thing. So where is this flipping thing? I'll tell you in a minute. So apparently it's a phased program of embarkment, and it's starting after it's towed to Portland Port in Dorset. Now the official brochure, like I said, it shows that it's about 222 single ensuite bedrooms, and at least 2 people will be crammed every single cabin. Well, at least that's the aim. That's pretty much what's going to be happening. Now, I just find this shocking. I think it's absolutely shocking. And Rich Drax kicked off. He says you can't do this because it's going to be trouble. And various other MPs have also said it as well, Tory MPs. But like I say, it's just because it's on their doorstep. They're not happy about it because it's on their doorstep. And 500 people on the barge is only 0.3% of the asylum backlog anyway. Tory created asylum backlog because they don't actually want to process anybody. They just want to get rid of them. Remember Pretty Patel and little jet skis? She'd be happy to sink them. That's all she is interested. As long as they don't come to the beach. Now, according to one bloke who phoned in on LBC to James O'Brien's show, he said that he's a fisherman. I did a video about this already. I think it's a video clip I did, a mashup. And he said that I fish that channel regular. And he was saying that there was no boats coming across that day when they said there was 1,200 people come ashore. So I got my note as many as what they're saying actually getting across, to be honest. I think it's a big con job, to be honest. They're obviously coming, but not to the degree which they're saying. I don't think so. I think, this guy was very believable, and the video's on my channel, so you can have a look if you like. And it's just literally his phoning in, and he was very, very convincing. Anyways, it's always, British taxpayers have to pay for this. This thing's not going to be cheap, and they're going to need, what? I don't know, how many of these flipping boats they're going to need to get to deal with, about 400 of them or something? Well, that's not going to happen, is it? The idea that this one boat, the Bibby Stockholm, is on its way down here now, is going to make, it's not even going to dent it. That's going to be filled up in no time. With angry, desperate people. Now, you remember what happened during the pandemic with that cruise ship? Well, it spread through there, didn't it? The COVID virus spread through that cruise ship because of the ventilation system. So if anyone's get ill on there, they're all going to get ill pretty much. Because all the ventilation systems are linked, one to the next, to the next, to the next. And this thing is not designed, the Bibby Stockholm is not designed for that volume of people. No. Let's bring this up so I can show you. Oh, that's the wrong one. There you go. I want to bring up the page now and I can't find it. But I will. So, local elections. Oh, dear. So, the polling station in Southampton closes after death of candidate. Did you hear about that? Not suspended. After polls opened, Graham Galton, a Conservative councillor running for Coxford Ward in Southampton, Hampshire, died on Thursday. Right. Now, I had that all up here. Where has that gone? Okay. Oh, there it is. Oh, dear, silly me. Right. This is the... as you can see there, that is the floating flotel. The hotel that floats. Yeah. And this happens to be how they're manoeuvring the boat. And this is a tug, obviously. And it's called the Mustang. So I thought, okay, if I can't find the Bibby Stockholm, I thought I'd have a look at the Mustang. And I managed to find it. And there it is. This is the Mustang. And this is on the marinetraffic.com. And it's you can basically track any boat, container ship, or whatever on there. It's really useful. And you can do it in real time as well, if I remember rightly. But we don't need that at the moment. It shows you all the ships actually moving and all their routes and stuff. But you can see that one there. That one there. Not that one. That one. Not that one. Not that one. I'll get there in a minute. Maybe I'll zoom in. Right, there it is. That is the Mustang. And that is this ship here, or this tugboat here, which is towing the Bibby Stockholm, the flotel. And its current location is there. Now, that's Malta here. Go. So that's Italy. And Malta. So it's in the Mediterranean. Just off the coast of south of Italy. So maybe Max Rospera has been to have a look. Maybe. So it's got a long journey ahead. Now they said about 3 weeks ago, was it, when they said it's actually already left? No, it's coming from Italy. So it's got to make this treacherous journey through here, and Gibraltar and what have you. Oh, in Cape Horn. And then whatever route it's going to be making to the UK, which obviously I'll just follow the coastline probably. Still miles out, you know, a long way out from here, past Spain, France, to the UK. If you look at this thing though, that is, you can imagine the high winds for a start. That's going to be, that's a dead weight. Absolute dead weight. So it's going to be a long trip. It's going to be weeks before it gets out, I imagine. Just being pulled out, because it's going to be slow. Being pulled by a tug, it's going to be extremely slow. They're showing it as been towed by the bow. I imagine there's probably more than one tug being involved with this, because when you're towing like that, normally when we used to bring boats across the channel, we'd do a side-on tow. So we'd have a boat on the side here, basically on the side of, basically side by side, in tandem, side by side, parallel. Anyway, yeah, and then that's how we'd tow. And the reason for that is we have more control. Towing like this, there's no control whatsoever. If this boat is, obviously they know what they're doing. Obviously, if this has got a side wind, it's a flipping great kite, isn't it? A sail itself, all those flat areas, wind blow on that. This tug is going to struggle. The tugs generally have big props with a lot of pitch, kind of thing. So there's a lot of grunt, a lot of pull, sort of low geared, effectively. But you see this other tug on the side here. That's what's controlling, and that's really what's keeping this in a straight line, because there's nothing really stopping this. There's two chains coming to, or might be ropes, there might be steel ropes, coming to the tail end of the Mustang, and it's going to be quite difficult to control, because once this starts moving, let's say for instance, you're pulling too much on that one, and he starts getting a bit of a whip, bit of a turn on this flotel, it's going to keep on turning. You're going to have to pull faster to actually counteract it. So you have and then the same thing happen again, but then you can go too fast, so you lose control of it. So I'm wondering whether or not there's going to be two tugs, like they're using here, so one to control, to keep it in a straight line, basically. It's going to be a nightmare, unless the water is so still at the moment. And it's never completely still, is it? You've got tides. So you've got to think about your vectors. So you've got your vectors, effectively, you're on a moving road, and you're not necessarily moving with it. Obviously, you want to try and make sure the tides are going in your favour, but the thing is, though, that sea is generally travelling south, from the north to the south, constantly. So you've got to go uphill, basically, against the tides. So you need a lot of power to push that dead weight against the sea. And then you've got to think about your vectors. And there'll be certain times when that the sea is actually pushing you to the sideways. So you've got to counteract that constantly. It's going to be a hell of a job. I hope he's a good pilot in that Mustang. I really do. Because it's and I hope they've got a quick way of releasing it as well. Because if the wind get that, that'll be funny, but the wind could get that. I know it's heavy, and obviously it's got boat under the water, but that's one hell of a lot of freeboard there above. There's a lot of boat above the water line, isn't there? So it's going to be, that's top heavy. Yeah, I think it's madness. Turn that far, to be honest, but there you go. I don't think generally it's designed to do that. No. It's a barge. It's just like a shoebox. So the last of the accommodation barges used during the construction of the Shetland gas plant was left Lerwick Harbour. And that was on the 31st of May. Actually, no, that was back in 2017, that was. So, they're using the same boat again to move it again. So this is different. This is different times, 2017. But no, so Bibby Stockholm was towed away, Spirit registered tug Mustang. But yeah, they're using that again. And that's where it is at the moment, leaving Italy. Right. Blimey. Anyway, I've gone way over. Just check the chat, and then I'm going to call it. But I think it's absolutely disgusting, though. It's just absolutely awful. And sanitation. Just think about sanitation. You think Teresa Kofi's constituency is going to be bad enough with all those turds floating about pretty much everywhere, including in her rivers, her own rivers, in her own constituency, the Devon River, for instance. And there's no fishing there, no. Definitely no bathing unless you want to gurgle a turd. Oh, sounds lovely. Did someone do a super chat? Did I miss somebody out? I think I did. Lefty boot. Oh yeah. No, I did do that one. I don't think there was another one, was there? No, that's okay, cool. That's cool. Daniel Larze, Mark's biggest fan. Daniel Larze. Stunning good looks and a killer personality. We should strive to achieve just a little less. Austin personality. Allshorts, with the AIS turned off, it's likely to cause a collision, but maybe that's not a bad thing before it gets there. Yeah, because obviously you've got the size of the thing, haven't you? It's yeah, prison ship, Smith. You're right, 100% right. So we're not. So we have not to lose to against Leighton Orient on Monday. Now League on. Yeah, I see football. Football. Prison ship. I have to catch some news. It's pretty much what it is. It's a prison ship. I think it's shameful. It's embarrassing. I don't want to be associated with it, to be honest. I heard that Priti Patel made an ex-movie title, My Kingdom for Horse. Yeah, probably. Oh, there we go. Questionable obscenity. Hello, questionable obscenity. Talking about car parking space. A few years ago, I noticed a hotel room was cheaper near Heathrow than a car parking space at the same hotel. That's nuts. Oh, there. Good luck then with a free cup then. Mark's biggest fan. This is a good price for a parking space. Ditch the car and move in the hotel. Dave Barze, that could be a tough one, but they don't have anything to play for now. I talk about football again. So the barge is top heavy, like, yes. And Widdicombe. Obviously I know what AW stands for. Of course I would. That woman, oh my god, she's so terrible. She's awful. I need some Anne Widdicombe soundbites. Because it was, it's not because of Brexit. In the best possible taste. Well, yeah, my little doggies are cute. Sell up about 500,000 then and ban the cars. We could do. Scroll down. Number 3, servicing, food, etc. will be very expensive. You're not wrong there, number 3. They're going about the hotels, man. This thing's not going to be cheap, is it? For a start, they're having to rent the thing, aren't they? They're leasing it, I imagine. So, and let's say, for instance, they can be tied to this thing. There's not going to be no gap. It's going to be at least for so many years or whatever. So once they've got it, they've got it. So the taxpayer's going to be paying for that for a good long period of time. It's not, oh yeah, we haven't got a problem anymore, so you can have it back now. And then you've got the cost. Can you imagine what it's costing just to shift it from A to B? Oh, fortune. Lefty Boat says humidity is an issue. It doesn't help that water is cold and the heat of the sun, what have you, and the wind open permanently no matter what the weather. Yeah, because obviously the water's always got a relatively set temperature. It will warm up a bit, but you've got obviously your temperature in the boat as well. You're trying to keep it cool, so you've got condensation. And the thing about boats is you have voids. There's places, under the floorboards, in the bilges, what have you. Then got other things like stern glands and stuff like that. They can all leak. Or if it's like His Majesty's Prince Charles, HMS Prince Charles of Wales, or Prince of Wales, the HMS Prince of Wales, that's it. It's got a misaligned prop shaft. Well, that thing's been used for spare parts anyway. Maybe that's what happened. This, you see. Maybe they'll convert it into shipping containers. Because that's what it kind of looks like shipping containers stacked on top of a barge. That's what it looks like. But I can't see any way that thing is ever going to cope with 500 odd people. And it's not just because of living accommodation. If it was used for the purpose it was designed for, well, there's not a problem. Because people don't live on it. Because they're working elsewhere. Most of the time, it will only have half the amount of people. Only designed for 222 people. So most of the time, it will unlikely have more than, argument's sake, 120, 130 people on board. But no, they want 500 people on there 24/7. Cram them on, basically. And you know what? No one will know what's going on. No. Out of sight, out of mind. The thing about that Marston, when they had problems there and people were running out with notes to... Well, a young girl did, didn't she? She ran out with a note to somebody to help us and blah, blah, blah. Because people dying of diseases and stuff in that place. And this ship is out of the way, isn't it? So unless you got a route, to get to that port, and if you did, you're going to have some coastal police on your back, aren't you? It's border control or something on your back. It's Drax, the slave trader, profiteer, doesn't want it in his backyard. No, he doesn't. Richard Drax. How did he get his money? Slavery. He's even inherited a flippin' sugar plantation, isn't he? Sugar cane plantation. Allshorts, I imagine it will be more like the accommodation on a tanker or FPSO with air conditioning to each room. Yeah, the only thing is, where's it going to? Air conditioning. And also, the air conditioning is not going to get rid of bacteria, for instance. You can only filter so much out, Air conditioning is just air conditioning. It generally don't have any filtration at all. It's just literally hot air out. Hot air is like reverse refrigeration. It's just removing the hot air from the cold. That's all that's going to do. It's not going to make it a pleasant atmosphere. It just makes it a bit cooler. That's all. It's not designed for 500 odd people. Just isn't. I think this is absolutely disgusting. Would we want to be treated this way? If the shoe was on the other foot, and we don't know what the future holds, we're in pretty dodgy times at the moment with Russia and things that was going on. There's no telling, is there? It wouldn't take a lot to wipe the UK out anyway, would it? Really, it's not a tiny island, to be honest. The idea that we're an island, with the shores, and the Germans never managed to invade us because we were an island and blah 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 blah. But times are different. Everything's sort of missiles. Yeah, it's a bit frightening times, really, isn't it? What the hell? Should never develop nuclear. Should have split that atom. Oh, there. And where are these people going to cook? Good point. There's no cooking facilities in. They're going to be given like a soup kitchen or something, I suppose. They're not going to be able to cook. They're not. These ships are not designed to live. They're not liveaboards. They're just somewhere you stay while you're working, and then you move on. You do a certain amount of days on, a certain amount of days off, and if you're staying on the boat, it's not going to have. It's never ever going to have 220 people on board at the same time. You'll be designated to a room because you're working somewhere, and that makes sense. It's perfectly set. Makes perfect sense for its intended purpose. And what a refreshing evening after a hot day. Oh, lovely. I imagine it'll be more like accommodation on a tanker. With air conditioning, there'll definitely be air conditioning in each room. I imagine there'll be air conditioning. How efficient is that going to be when you double up the occupancy? So it's going to be horrific on that. It's going to be horrendous. And what's going to happen? We're going to have fights. We're going to have all sorts of stuff kick off on there. You even got potential mutiny. That'd be something to talk about, wouldn't it? They'd be mutinous. Mutineers. That's what they'd be. Sod the Brexiteers. We've got mutineers now. Daily Blase says, I will set a time and set it when I can do to entertain. What? I will set a time and see what I can do to entertain. Ooh. Oh, you think about doing a live show, Daily Blase? Are you doing live? Sorry, I didn't see if you said anything earlier. They would process the applications as they should do, and there would not be the need for either boat or hotels. No, good point. But they've got no intention of processing applications. They don't want to process applications because that means you have to accept that the people are then they're going to be living in the United Kingdom. They don't want that. No. They just want to pull that drawbridge up. That's all they're interested in. Pull the drawbridge up and that's the end of it. Or hide them somewhere else. Because while people are seeing them and seeing what's going on, well, it doesn't do them very good, does it, the Tories? No. They will be seen to be doing something for the haters. Gingers, hello Gingers. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, I didn't know you were on. Hello Gingers. No worries. Oh, good night, very good. Didn't see you there. I have to go. Take care, my friend. We're not going much longer there anyway, so I was going to do about an hour, and I've actually already gone over by about. Ooh, where's my time? Oh, by 35 minutes. Don't worry, you can always watch when you've missed stuff. The stream ended. I think that was quite a good show today. We'll see. The missus was even in, and I had a dog. I've got Pandora. She's over there at the moment. There she is, snoring away. She's like in disguise. Got a Wally as well. I've got a Wally. I have a Wally. Allshorts is in shorts. Hey, where are you, Wally? You're over there. Oh, camera's in the wrong place. There he is. Look at that little he's got all his bits hanging out. Ain't that lovely? What a little Wally. He's looking at me now. I've been working hard in the garden again. Oh dear, it's been hot today. Really hot. Oh yeah. What's that? You didn't catch that, did you? I wonder if Pandora catch it. See if she'll catch it. Ready? Well done, Dora. She caught it. Well, is that not Sicily? Scroll down. Oh, too far up. Did I miss someone? Okay, number 3 says, Allshorts and Lefty Boat history question. Do you believe that Operation Sea Lion, the World War II German invasion of England, would have worked? I think the most of the barges would have sunk. They probably would have done that. Oh, well, from Russia, if they're Russian barges, they would definitely sink. The state of them at the moment. And now they're trying to blame Ukraine now for a drone attack. I don't know if they've got drones capable of attacking the Kremlin. Have they? Has Ukraine got drones that can attack the Kremlin? If they are, they're probably supplied by the US. Maybe, I don't know. So the question here is that it would be less expensive to simply fence off a plot of land and build the infrastructures rather than having boats, yes. But people see them. Again, that's the same old scenario again, isn't it? They will hide them away. People can't see what's going on. Also get enough people to process them. Oh no, they're not going to do it, are they? They're not going to process them. They've got no intention of processing. If they had intention of processing them, they would have had a safe route in. There would have been a safe route. They wouldn't have had to go by boats. All this time, there's safe routes into the UK. Why don't you do a proper asylum process? Blah, blah, blah. That's bollocks. Absolute bollocks. There isn't a route in for them. And they say, first country and all that, they say. Oh, stop at the first country. It's safe country and all that. Well, not be funny. The UK's not in the Dublin Accord anymore, is it? So, the asylum seekers, refugees, they're going to go, migrants, whatever you like to call them, they all go to, they could go where they want to go. And the French don't have to stop them. No. Hello, Bastonor. Nighty night, all, and whatever. Nighty night to you too. I am in Marseille. Oh, in Marseille. My vacation start. Oh, nice. Okay, Bastonor. Right. No, you take care. Who is the Tory benefiting from the boat thing? That's a valid point. Somebody's going to have shares in it, or it's going to be in some sort of shadow company or something. What was it called? Not shadow company. What are they called now? Oh, it's like a fence. Is it a fence? A company where we don't know who actually owns it. Anyway, way of hiding money. Should be fun negotiating the channel. Can you imagine the title? Yeah, they're going Portsmouth. They're not going right. If they're going past Dover, oh my giddy aunt, that'd be fun. But if they're in Portsmouth, they're going to be quite so bad. It will start slowing down a little bit by then. But the channel is basically side on constantly. It takes a lot of you've got to know your vectors. I know a lot of times I'm on GPS now, but you do it with vectors. But basically, when you do your vectors on your charts, you think of a triangle. That's your vector. And the point is, if for instance, if I'm setting out in my dinghy, I'm in Calais, I got my oar, I might do a bit of sculling, I don't know, whatever. I'm in my dinghy, but I can see Dover. I'm gonna get there, the White Cliffs and all that. I'm gonna get to the White Cliffs Dover in no time. Just over there, I can see it from here. It's a clear day. Yeah, so there I am. Before I know it, I'm in Portsmouth. Because the sea's going against sideways and effectively it's pushing me sideways constantly. So what you have to do is you have to basically go that way against the sea, the tide, the way the water's moving. It's like a triangle. So you have to work out your vectors, and that's how you do your charts and what have you. I got my yacht masters. You see, I'm a day skipper. Well, I didn't stay skipper first. Then my yacht masters. A long time ago, early 2000s, was it 2000s? Oh, a long while ago anyway. So you have to do your vectors, work out your charts and what have you. Because if you just try and go straight to your point like that, what happens? You'll be going sideways, and what happens? You'll still be looking at, oh, it's just over there, and you'll be pointing yourself like that, but you'll still be going sideways, and then before you know it, you're almost like perpendicular to the coast. So you're going nowhere. Yeah, so you have to compensate as you go along. You have to do your vectors, and anyone knows navigation, that's what you do. Massive energy costs, yeah, huge. Just to keep that thing cool, I think it's going to be huge energy. Crikey, an air conditioner's not cheap to run, is it? How are they getting food, water and fuel on it? Good point. White cliffs, brown cliffs, you made brown cliffs. It won't be long before there'll be a brown bridge. A turd bridge. The amount of poop that's been pumped into the rivers and seas, especially at, Suffolk Water. And also East Anglia as well. It's not great, no. Thames isn't looking great either. Try and fill it in. Graham's blood pressure will go through the roof soon. Oh, okay. What's happening, Mad Monk 33? Are you talking about Graham Hughes? Oh dear. If you want to know anything about Graham Hughes, you need to ask, because I know about Graham Hughes. Oh my Gideon. When you're stuck 6 weeks on an island with Graham Hughes, you get to the point where you wish you didn't. That was an experience, to say the least. Don't be wrong, he's a lovely guy and all that, but yeah, crikey. We'll have a moment. I know I do, to be fair. The benefits of having a free screen setup. Ooh, a free screen setup. I've got 2 screens on at the moment. But then I've got my other screen as well. That one over... Oh, no, not that one. Let's move it over there. I was pointing the wrong way. That one over there. There you go. And I got... That one's just a single screen at the moment. It was 2. Actually, there's 2 screens. Got this one here as well, which is actually my drawing board, which I use my pen when I do my drawing. So, yeah, that's kind of like having 3 screens anyway. That one is like 60 inches, 49 inches. But it's good because when you do a video editing, it's great for that. So yeah, you need lots of screens. That you do. There's never enough flipping them, especially when you're doing live, because Lee Corn know what I'm talking about, because it's you kind of have to. At the moment, I've got 1, 2, 3, all these different windows up all over the place. So you've got the stuff you're working on, plus obviously got the chat. Probably always got the thing I'm looking at myself. And then and they've got to make sure I'm actually coming through this time and I'm not talking to myself. Again. How embarrassing was that? What plonker. Don't be a plonker all your life, Rodney. No.
Don't be a plonker all your life, Rodney.
I'll try not to be. But I'm sure it'll happen again, or something silly will happen. Kind of like I can help myself. Graham is listing a load of examples of people being turned away for the lack of voting ID. Oh, right, yes, there was an old lady, she got turned away, wasn't there? There's been quite a few, actually, but so far, I think it's been fairly amicable, isn't it? But it shouldn't be happening in the first place. The other thing is, some people have been sending their dogs with ID. Oh my god! Let's see if I can find that. I did have that. It's just nuts. What was that on? Is it on there? There's a piece in the Byline Times about voter suppression. Stop the Tories. No, I don't know already. It's not that one. No, not that one there. Where's my Twitter? Twitter? Where you gone? I did have a load of links on there for Twitter and stuff. Marine Chat, Shetland Lines, no, Shetland Times. I don't know where they're all gone there. Did I not put them on there? Probably not. That's not that one. That's voter suppression. No. Yeah, there are loads of examples out there, but there's the live as well regarding the Tories. So voters leave and tears of Brits without IDs are turned away in local elections. Chaos. Voters said that they've seen elderly people turned away for not having the right ID, with new rules requiring people to show a valid form of ID. We all know about that now, don't we? So, to be fair, obviously, we do have ID here, But we have our carte du jour, and most people have an ID card, because they use it instead of a passport. So a Labour source who was on the doorsteps encouraging people to vote told Mirror, literally the first door I knocked on, a woman in her 60s said, "No, I can't vote. I don't have ID. I would vote, but I'm not able to do it." Oh. So we lost the vote, yeah, the voice of lots of things. But that's the plan, wasn't it? They know for well that it's going to be Tory type people. Like the Brexers. It's like the people who keep voting for Nigel Farage. Most people didn't vote for their MEP. With, in the European elections. Most people didn't bother. And they wonder why we got what we got. We've got to vote. I can't vote because I'm not allowed to. No, not in local elections because I don't live there. So, it's a bit of a mess, isn't it, to be fair? So, the local elections got suspended because what's-his-face died. Which obviously is quite sad, but I'd be more sad if it's Labour. But anyway, local elections marked the first time voters in Britain have been required to show photo ID at polling stations before casting their vote. James Toff, 41, was unable to vote in Chesterfield this morning as he had forgotten his photo ID. And the support worker said he left in a bit of a huff because work commitments meant he could not return late in the day with the ID. Although he said the refusal was partly his fault, he said the ID requirement is silly. We never had the levels of voting fraud in the UK anyway to require this. This is all very Trumpian, But the government, the Tory government, just wants to suppress everybody, don't they? It's definitely suppress the vote. So I can imagine Graham Hughes is kicking off. Swearing, I bet. I bet he's swearing. Now, I haven't watched the Labour Social, whatever it is. I haven't watched it because I don't want to watch people like Phil Morehouse, to be fair. But no, I don't. But I'm sure. Actually, I wonder how. They've got opposing views, Graham and Phil Morehouse, regarding the monarchy, for instance. Definitely opposing views there. Be interesting to put the spanner in that one. So, Ginger Giraffe says, all this talk about voter ID has given me deja vu. Oh no, Dominion, where art thou, Dominion? Well, so now the cat, you could use it as voter ID. Oh, what did he say? I wish I had one of fake Johnson driving licenses. You might be able to use that. You just got to have fuzzy hair. Fluffy, maybe. Oh, Sir Larry the cat says, Budgie Smudglers and Graham Hughes. Yeah. Oh, he's live at the moment, is he? Oh, okay. Graham is listing a load of examples of people being turned away for lack of voting ID. Turd Cliffs of Dover. Anyway, I am going to be clicking off in a moment. I did say it a moment ago because I've run over again. It's supposed to be an hour and 48. Oh, dear. Imagine voting for Farage. Oh my God, don't do it. Fill the pill. Oh, the sitting dead. I'll get it up off the Morehouse. I haven't got a problem. I'm just no fan. I just think people earning that amount of money could at least buy a camera or do something that actually makes it look worth looking at, As you see for me, I've got a beautiful complexion. I've got to make the most of it, you see. No? Okay. I'll shut up. Although I'm just using the webcam at the moment. It's quite a good webcam. It's the Logi stream cam, which are quite good. I was using the face cam, but I was having synchronization issues, if you remember. Yes, my mouth went... Yeah, I was like that karate geezer. Yeah. Scuttled. Oh, scuttled. What is scuttled then? To be scuppered or scuttled? Scuppers are little flat things they have on the on the tall ships. Nowadays it allows the water to. That's a scupper. To be scuppered means you end up out of the scuppers. Yeah, because a big wave came or something. Viva the Republic, that's what we need. There's been voter identification since the First Republic in 1910, and we were told the King to beat it after the 1918, and so we offered his daddy and big brother. Viva the Republic! Hello, my name is Phil. Oh dear. So yeah, I'm sure. Good night all, and take care, everybody. Take care. Anyway, I'm gonna say the same, and thank you very much for coming, and thank you very much for the super chats and stuff. That's been very, very kind of you. I might even go live tomorrow, but I'll make sure I don't go over Max's film. Max's show. No, like I did last week, 'cause I got my days wrong. But that's me. Half the time I didn't even. I'm just talking to myself. I was yesterday for about 24 minutes. That was a bit silly. That was a bit silly. Oh dear. A beautiful plumage. What do you reckon? Oh dear. England's the President. Hello, Chris Fisher. Hope you're well, my friend. Sadly, I'm about the knock off. So we've been scammed for 13 years, and people still go back for more. That's what that blows your mind, blows mine and all. What's happened to the old saying? Once bitten, twice shy. What's happened to that? It's like once bitten, twice bitten, 3 times bitten. Then go back for more to be bitten yet again. It makes no sense. Night, Lee Corn. You take care. And don't forget, Lee Corn and Reagan Elite, they have a show on Wednesdays at 9 o'clock. It's called The Snowflake Show. And so does Daily Blase, but it's a different day. Every day he is. Yeah, his video is up. I don't know if Daily Blase is doing any live shows or not. I don't know. But, I know he goes on live with Phil Moore, with Max Spears sometimes. But I don't really want to go on those sort of shows, to be honest, at the moment. But there you go. No worries, Lee Corn. You take care, my friend. So, Max did ask me actually a while back. I said, no, I'm not interested at the moment. We'll see. I said, we'll see what the future brings. But, anyway, and also don't forget, I've got my other channel, so if I can find it, which is, if I can find it, that is. It should have up there, but I haven't. Alright, so. Alright, I'm just going to, which is Earth Trifle, and also Wally Bar, but Earth Trifle is the one I'm trying to build up at the moment, because it's, I'm in the garden all the time at the moment, because I've got so much to do. And it's basically a bit of everything in the garden, maybe a bit of DIY type stuff on there as well, and eco type stuff. But, and then I've got my woodworking channel as well, which is Wally Bar. But yeah, we just go on there. Oh, there you go. That's it. I got it. That's different. That's Snowflake Show. So anyway, so it's my Earth Trifle channel. Be much appreciated if you haven't done so already. Just subscribe. If you don't want to watch my videos, just don't click the notification icon. I don't mind, obviously, but it'd be very, very helpful to try and get the notifications. Not notifications. Get the subscribers up to a level where I can monetize it, and I can then start hitting a lot harder as well. Hopefully that can then help fund this channel, because we've all got to live on something, haven't we? And as you might know already, we're kind of the channel being hit as it is. Well, I'm always struggling with it, to be honest. So I will put things in other pies. Got to. Otherwise, I'll just disappear. You see, I'll just go into the ether and get a job. Well, there you go. Anyway, thanks everybody, and thanks to the Spanners, P Dulles, and Madbank33. It is much appreciated keeping track of everything, and obviously much appreciated doing that as well. Cheers, P Dulles, and thanks a lot, Mad Monk. And like I said before, don't forget about please don't forget about the Snowflake Show, but also Daily Blase, who's joined us tonight as well. And he mainly does also committee meetings and stuff like that. Does Daily Blase. And the nice thing about the Snowflake Show is there's some positive stuff in there as well. It's not all negativity. Because I have to admit to you, doing this channel and on Up, it can get quite depressing at times, because you always talk about negativity all the time. And it gets to your head, it really do get to your head at times. It's probably one of the reasons why I'm a bit of a nutter anyway, and I kind of like doing a bit of a nutty way. And it's kind of who I am, a bit of a nutter. But, I'm not Tory, though, so I'm not going to vote Tory. I'm that sort of nutter, no. But, I want to try and build up the other channel as well, because that's better for the soul. So one can counteract the other. That's the idea. And maybe we'll go quite a loopy. So good night, everybody, and thanks a lot to the Spanners and everybody who's watching. Thanks a lot for the super chats, and that is most kind. It really is. Because I'm not worth it. No, I'm not. What do you reckon? Put your flipping trousers up. Oh, for God's sake. Oh. Caught with his pants down, he has. Yeah. And he didn't... Oh, God knows lost his hat. Oh, my giddy aunt. I have to speak to my daughter, actually, to sort his hat out and sort his pants out. Because they keep falling down. There you go. That's supposed to be me, that's by the way. Anyway, it's time for me to go. So I'll say ta-ta, you know. So, ta-ta. I'm back again. Oh, no, I've got the dancing boy. No, not the dancing boy. I'll tell you what to do. We mentioned about Dominic Raab earlier. So let's have a look at Dominic Raab. Well, Gina Miller, actually. Yeah.
I think it's very... We are setting the bar so low for this that
Ta-ta.
being in office requires people with backbone.
Gina, so I want to start with you because
Dominic Raab.
big bully is... You yourself had an experience with Raab which makes you think he is a bully.
Well, they're two different things. I've had personal experience where he was a bully to me, but this is
In what way?
So I was doing a morning Today programme, coming down from the show. So we were getting into the lift, and as the doors shut, he sort of, in a really angry rage, sort of really seething voice.
Like what?
Can't work out if you're just a silly bitch, stupid, rich woman with... sort of those, I mean, the whole thing was just unbelievable encounter, or just naive. You know, it's just this barrage of words at me with this real anger. Before I was so taken aback.
I don't support the Human Rights Act, and I don't believe in economic and social rights.
But before I could say anything, I mean, I don't think I could have said anything. I was just so stunned. The doors opened, and there was a young runner there who sort of said that my car was there. There was some mix-up with his car, and he then shouted to the young runner, "Go and get me my effing car." I mean, this guy was shaking. He was just a youngster. But his behaviour was just so aggressive. It was horrendous.
He called you a silly bitch?
Yeah. Or if I was naive.
Dominic Raab called you a silly bitch?
Yeah.
But yet you continue to trash her.
OK, I'm done with this.
No.
Sorry, no. Sorry.
Do you know what? That's pathetic.
You can trash me, mate, but not mine.
No.
See you later.
I'm being...
Sorry, can't do
This
this.
is absolutely diabolical behaviour.
Yeah, but if that's the
And
way
it's
he spoke
insane.
to a high-profile woman at the time, privately, when he doesn't think people are watching...
Well, the thing is, I think it's because he saw me as being lesser than himself.
Yeah,
I think
but...
that's what
let me bring in Isabel, because I think you came here to be defensive of him. But when you hear that as a woman, what do you think?
It's not even as a woman. I'm just actually shocked.
I think that you're taking some very selective points.
Should anyone be Deputy Prime Minister who calls women silly bitches?
I mean, that is indefensible. That's obviously the first I've heard of it. Truly shocking. And one would like to say, frankly, no. I mean, that's just an extraordinary way to carry on with anybody.
You know, I've always looked at Raab and just thought he always looks permanently angry and has one of those mean faces. Because it shows to me this is a guy who talks to women like you like that.
Behaviour,
It says to me he's just a nasty
bullying.
piece of work and a bully.
Which is bullying.
I think his resignation was unnecessary, and I think the Prime Minister should not have accepted it.
Am I dreaming? No.